Door's going on. Finally got everything painted and situated. Just gotta put them together real fast. Throw them on there. Should just take a sec, boy. Then we gotta pull this turbo off. We got set up with Works Power. They got us the turbo almost next day. It's been like 2 days, man. So we're gonna get all this crap torn apart so we can get this thing some juice in it. Some juice, boy. So we're gonna get after it. We gotta wire up some whips. We gotta put these doors on. And then this beast is finally gonna be done. Woo! Doors are dope. Came out great. Style for days, baby. That's all it takes. Bang! Now we're gonna start pulling this turbo crap off, or at least figuring out how to pull it off. This might be a process. I'm so in love with you. Alright guys, we got a bunch of shit tore off here. We got all these heat shields and then a tube on this side, so we can get to this sucker, get everything out of here. And then you got the 4 bolts. Take your header off, and then all your manifold bolts are up here on the top. Pull all those guys. You got to pull your charge tube, and then your, well, I don't know if you have to pull the blow off out, but you got to pull the intake hose from the other side also. And from everything I've read, once you get it apart, the whole thing should come out in a solid piece. With the mount down here and your manifold, everything should just come off so that you can work on it on the bench. Super simple. We're gonna start doing the ripping and the tearing. You got me down again. guys, turbo's ready to come out. Pretty much all loose, so you got 4 studs here, 2 Allen bolts that are in the bottom part of the intake. Then there's these frame bolts down here. Be wiser than me. You only need to take out the 2 top ones. So you need to take out this one and then this one. And that's it. I took them all out, but you don't have to. Just those 2. I only took them all out on this side. The other side I was smart enough, I guess. And then there's 2 hoses coming off the back side. We'll go around to the other side. You gotta take off your oil line right here. Comes into this guy here to here. You pop that off. Obviously your charge tube. And on this side, again, just this one and that one. And then this guy comes to here. And this guy comes to here. That's loose on mine for some reason, I'm not sure. I guess it doesn't really matter. And then you have this middle pipe, boom, comes off too. And you have your cold air intake boot. And I believe that's it. It should just come right out. So we'll see here in a sec. Alright guys, we got the old turbo out. Pretty nasty, rusty. But we got a box full of goodies that came in last night. So let's take a sec and look at all these. See what we got here. Ooh. Full clutch kit. And some plugs. Our weights. Dino Jet tuna. Satuna. Satuna. Oh my gosh. Woo! Any idea what we're unwrapping? No idea. Let's see here. That's dang, things wrapped up. Oh, baby. Woo! Wouldn't that look much freaking better, dude? Dang. Look at that. Woo. Pretty slick. What else we got in here? Gasket. Some water cooled lines. I'm assuming that's to mount the Dino Jet. Right on. Well, we're gonna get transferring this thing over. Guys, we got the turbo in place and got these lower bolts down here back in. We just gotta tighten the stuff down and put our nuts on these guys, get everything nice and tight in here. But she's in place nonetheless. Pain in the ass to get that thing in place, man. The way the mounting bracket here goes onto the turbo, you got to kind of slip it into a weird spot in order to get the right angle. So I had to take it in and out once just to get the angle right, but nothing too drastically hard. Pretty standard. I'm gonna get back to tighten these suckers down. So we've been lagging on filming a little bit, but we're pretty much all in, ready to rock. So your oil line obviously goes back in the same spot here. And then you have the coolant lines. It's a little confusing on the instructions, but I'll help you out here. So you get this line off of the or it's this one off the back side of the turbo, runs into your oil cooler right here. Then you take off the existing line that was running from here to your water pump, this black hose right here on down below, not this one, but this one. That's the existing line. You pull that off, and then you run the other one from your front J tube here, and you run it all the way back around, and you connect back down here to where the old existing line was going in, right there. And that's your coolant line remapping. Other than that, you pretty much just put everything back where it was on your original stock setup. So just follow your same disassembly instructions that you did to take it apart. Put it back on, pretty much the same thing. Remember, for the mount on the turbo, you only need the 2 top bolts. You don't need all 4 like I did. And then your manifold to your motor, pretty much standard. There's the 4 nuts, and then there's the 2 Allen bolts on the bottom. And then you have your charge tube, obviously, goes back on there. And then you'll have a different intake tube. If you don't already, I had to go get another one today because I forgot to do that. But that'll just be from here to here, bam, bam. And then you'll run these two the exact same as they were, these little lines here. And then on this main bottom line, you'll actually have to take the fitting off your stock one and put it on this turbo. Very simple, it's just 2 bolts, wrap and do it real fast. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Then you just have to do all your tuning crap and you're good to go. So we'll have to do clutching still, I'll have to do that in a little bit here. And then we'll have the tune settings, so it should be good after that. Should be ready to rip. So we'll hit you guys back with some more. Alright guys, so we got all this buttoned up. Got the new boot on there. Turbo's all in place, good to go. Coolant lines are set, pipes back on. Gotta tighten these guys up still. But we're gonna get into some clutching crap and get all this stuff squared away. So next step. Alright, we got the clutches in. We did some redneck shit to compress the primary. I used the forklift forks. It worked. It's a little sketchy, but we're good to go. Now we just gotta throw these back on the car. And then Buddy's coming over to put the tune on the tuner for me. And then it's a matter of just putting this sucker back together. Let's get after it.